Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Professor Yunus, in Bangladesh, there is only very little capital needed to make somebody an entrepreneur. At the same time, my people in Western countries believe that you need a lot of capital. So can we take any advice from your culture, from your experience, that we need less money than everybody believes here in our culture?
Yes, because people here don't think about the individual person taking a loan and going to business for himself or herself. They see always as a company, big investments, and always runs into millions of euros and so on. So their idea is not oriented towards what we do. In our idea, we are just helping an individual person, a poor woman, to take a loan and create a self-employment, something that she can manage on her own, like buy a few chicken and raise the chicken, sell the eggs, and she can take care of herself, earn some money, or buy a cow, sell the milk, and then improve your life because your income has to improve. It takes $100, $200, that's about it. So that size of loan, even in Germany, would be very small. Whatever you create self-employment, you are a designer.
Could afford it. Yes.
Exactly. If you are, for example, designer of clothes, all you need is money to buy the fabrics and the other accessories so that you can design something and put it up and sell it. This doesn't cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or you can design toys and something for children, stuffed toys or whatever, and sell, and it can be done. In the USA, the money needed for such enterprises, for individual self-employment type, is something from $1,000, maximum of $5,000.
But that's almost everybody could afford with a family and friends.
Absolutely. Even to borrow $1,000 in the USA is impossible. Nobody will give you a loan unless you go to the loan sharks. If you go to the loan sharks, you'll be finished. In the USA, you'll see wherever you go, pawn shops, money people, these are all loan sharks.
Yeah.
To take you
no
and
chance.
then
No chance with
so
it.
this is where microcredit comes in, does it in a way so that it helps you to change your life. It provides you the $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 that you can change. In the context of USA, $5,000 is nothing.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
What
So
about
similarly in Germany, I mean, individual need is about that range.
What about the ideas? We believe that we need a certain quality of idea, let's call it a business concept, to succeed in the market. If we raise just a few chicken, people would go bankrupt. So I think in our culture, we need something like, let's call it a business concept.
Yes.
Would you agree on that?
I agree completely. I mean, in Bangladesh, it's a chicken, it's a cow. But in Germany, it will be something else. It would be designing something. It would be childcare services or housekeeping services, that I provide housekeeping services for you.
Yeah.
And I have the equipments, I can take care of your furnitures and everything and so on. So these are the kind of thing this can be done. This would be good for the immigrants, good for the people without jobs, unemployed people. Who has the talent but for the time being don't have a job. So they can go for offering their services, computer services, accounting services or whatever. It's lots of things which are relevant in German condition but not relevant in Bangladesh condition. So wherever the person is located, he or she finds a niche where his or her business opportunity exists. So he or she takes advantage of that.
So your advice is we can take it for both cultures?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes,
such a
absolutely. Because it works in France, for example. In every city in France now have microcredit programs. In Norway, there's microcredit programs. In UK, there's microcredit programs. So it's a similar thing. So their experience will be relevant for Germany because it's not very different in that situation that what you see in those countries in Europe.
Professor Yunus, as economists, we know the cause, the center of unequal income distribution and unequal wealth distribution is entrepreneurship. That is where the problem starts.
Right, yeah.
Those who are entrepreneurs usually accumulate a lot of money and others do not. So if we can increase participation in entrepreneurship, that would be the decisive point to change society and change all the inequality.
I agree completely, because my own feeling is all human beings by birth is an entrepreneur. By birth, it's in the person. But society that we have created doesn't allow most of the people to bring out that gift they have inside of them. So they don't know that they have the entrepreneurial ability. So they look at it as if I don't know what to do, you tell me. So I work for you because I have not discovered my own ability. So that's where society goes wrong. Society should encourage everybody to explore all the potential they have inside of them. It's a wonderful gift you have, but never unwrapped it, never looked at it, what you got. So you don't know. That's where we go. We create the problem of inequality, because by your own thinking, you have remained little, because you have not seen that you are big. So if you have seen that, if you have experienced that, you could change your own life and contribute it to the society. Yes. So this is what is missing.
Yeah. So nobody will believe that so far in our society. You say everybody has the capabilities, Absolutely. Even the ones that have not high education, that are not in the high-tech field. Absolutely. Everybody can become an entrepreneur.
Absolutely. Even the beggar woman, even the beggar child on the street that you see in Bangladesh or India or in Africa, they are as much entrepreneur inside as anybody in the world could be. Simply, they have never opened their box to find out it is there, because they never knew that it is there. Society never allowed, never facilitated that unwrapping that gift. So that's where we are going wrong. Otherwise, potential-wise, we have the same potential. Some have discovered or scratched a little bit of that potential. Some never knew what the potential is.
And what about the educational system? Usually we believe that the educational system is the one unwrapping the capabilities, the talents. Yes. Is it not doing well in this field?
Yes, not only education, I will say appropriate education. Some education can give you a wrong mindset. Education can train you to prepare yourself to work for somebody. That's not a good education so far as entrepreneurship is concerned. Entrepreneurship is something the education should tell you you could do things on your own. But if you want, as an option, if you want to work for somebody else, that's okay too. But you can do it yourself. You have the capability. So education should also encourage you to think and find your own talent, rather than just prepare as a kind of steps to work for a little job in a company or something and never found out that I could have done something else. So education has to be that open-ended, so that it brings you all the opportunities. And information technology is very important. You explore your own thing, rather than what is in your textbooks. You don't go beyond your textbook. Information technology doesn't have a textbook. You design your own textbook, what you want to know about yourself, about the world, and what kind of thing you want to do with it. So today, information technology comes as a very powerful instrument in discovering yourself.
So now the time is to really turn us all into entrepreneurs. What is your advice? Where should we start with? As my last question, where should we start with here in our culture?
Starting point is always at the personal level, and creating institutions, creating educational opportunities, creating websites, so that individual person can go there and raise those questions. What am I doing here? I could have done this. I could do this. Why don't we explore this one much more? So this is what encouraging individuals to be themselves, discover themselves, explore themselves. That spirit of exploring oneself is the most important item. Whatever we can do to help it, that will be the best thing we can all do.
Wonderful. Professor Yunus, thank you very much for this interview. I will try my best with my students to put it into practice.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.